Today we're going to talk about fad diets. So first of all, I'm going to give you some examples of fad diets. So maybe the cotton ball diet, the raw food diet, the tapeworm diet, the sleeping beauty diet. There's tons of them. So first of all, what makes something a fad diet? So very often they promise to help you lose masses of weight, so that's more than 2 pounds a week, with little intake of food, or often the idea that you can just have one food and that's a magic food and that's going to help you lose all the weight in the world. So another thing with fad diets is they very often offer us a short-term fix to a problem that needs a lot more long-term thinking and planning behind it. So what are we looking for then with fad diets? So very often people might be promoting selling things like supplements. So they might say, oh, you need to take these tablets as supplements every day and that's going to help you to lose all the weight. And that's not the case. There's no lifestyle advice involved with that. There's no lifestyle changes. It's just this one tablet and that's not necessarily going to help you to lose any weight or to be healthier. Other things to look out for, people maybe are telling you to swap your meals for shakes or fruit juices or just drinks in general. You know, we can't sustain ourselves on just drinks alone. Other things that we should be looking out for is people telling you to eat just one certain kind of food. So for example, the grapefruit diet, people tell you to have that and that's, you know, going to be this magical food source that's going to help you to lose all the weight, again with no other lifestyle changes. And then another thing that we should be looking for is people telling you to have, or diets telling you to have non-food items. So for example, the cotton wool diet, where people ingest cotton wool to feel full. And that's insane, isn't it? That, you know, we don't eat cotton wool, so that's an absolute no-go. Other things that you might look out for are celebrity endorsements. So just because a celebrity has lost a certain amount of weight, you have no idea what's happened behind the scenes there. They might have a nutritionist, they might have a personal trainer, but all they're telling you to do is follow this specific food plan, and that's not necessarily going to be enough, and that might lead to you being disappointed, disheartened, and then in the long run lead to more weight gain than before. So just a few buzzwords that you should be aware of and on the lookout for when somebody's maybe trying to sell you a diet or give you some dietary advice. So the first thing, kinesiology. Another thing, face reading or tongue reading. Another one might be magnetic therapy, colonic reading. There's lots of things out there, but just be aware of those ones that I've said, because they are common ones that people might try and incorporate into your diet plan. So the basic guidelines that we give here at ABL Health are to look at your portion sizes, maybe try and make a small reduction or alter the composition of what's on your plate. So, you know, reduce your carbohydrates a little bit, reduce your protein, so your meats, and then maybe add in some extra veg. That's a really easy way to start altering your portion size. Another thing would be to look at your meal routine. So often people come to us and they're not having breakfast, they might be skipping lunch, they might not be eating until the end of the day. So getting that meal routine right is really important and really key to increasing your metabolism and getting you know, on the right path to starting to feel healthier and lose a little bit of weight. The next thing you need to start thinking about is, you know, the national guidance. So looking at the Eat Well guide and thinking about how much of each different food source you are having. If you're having a lot of sugar, if you are using a lot of oils, that kind of things, they're small changes that we can make quite quickly that will make a big difference. We just need to keep them up for a long period of time. And then the last thing that we probably want to start thinking about in the beginning is physical activity. So how are we going to increase the amount of exercise we do? It doesn't have to be exercise, you have to think about it like that, but maybe how much more movement can we do or add into our day? So even if it's something small like parking at the other side of the supermarket, if that's manageable for you, you know, they're small changes that we can make immediately without too much impact on our lives. So definitely before you consider a fad diet, look at the research out there, make sure you've got a really well-balanced knowledge of what's going on, and look at the results that people achieve, but also look in the long term. Have they kicked that off in the long term? And if they've not, then that diet does not work. A diet only works if you can sustain it for the rest of your life. Alright guys, so I hope that was helpful.